Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are digging into the U.S. housing market, where, believe it or not, some brand new data is suggesting a pretty big shift might finally be on its way. Let's get right into it.
So, let's be honest, for what feels like an eternity now, the housing market has just felt stuck. It's been frustrating for pretty much everyone, whether you're trying to buy or sell. But, and this is a big but, recent reports are suggesting that after a very long, very quiet winter, some real change could be just around the corner.
Okay, so to really get what's going on, we have to rewind a little bit. To understand where we might be heading, we first have to talk about exactly where we've been for the past few years.
Yeah, that's the phrase you'll hear economists use, bouncing along the bottom. And it really does capture this long stretch of, stagnation. It's created this really challenging, super uncertain environment for anyone trying to make a move in real estate. But just like winter eventually gives way to spring, we are now seeing the very first green shoots of life in the market. New data is finally showing some positive momentum, hinting at what could be a much, much busier season. And look, here are the numbers to prove it. Preliminary data from Zillow for February shows these key metrics are finally ticking up. We're seeing more existing home sales, more new pending listings, but the really crucial number here, that's active inventory, the number of homes actually for sale, which is up a solid 5%. That's a big deal. And it's not just us saying this. The experts are definitely taking notice. Zillow's chief economist sees this as way more than just a blip on the radar. It's a real signal that confidence is coming back. It's that glimmer of hope that I think we've all been waiting for.
But wait, there's another piece to this puzzle. It's a less obvious factor, but it's really fascinating, and it's driving a lot of this change. We're seeing a huge surge in something called relistings.
Just get a load of that number. 45,000. In January alone, a record 45,000 homes that had been pulled off the market suddenly came flooding back on. That is the highest number we've seen for any January since at least 2016. It's huge. So what exactly is a relisting? Well, it's pretty simple actually. It's a home that was for sale, got taken off the market for about a month or more, and now it's back. So the real question is, why are we seeing so many of them all of a sudden? Well, the story really starts last year. The market kind of shifted to favor buyers, but because of high costs, a lot of those buyers just stayed put. So instead of slashing their prices to make a sale, tons of sellers just pulled their homes off the market entirely. They decided to wait it out. And now, with signs of a busier spring, they're all jumping back in. And this just brings it all to life, doesn't it? Real estate agents are seeing this firsthand. These aren't just abstract numbers. They're actual families who made a strategic bet to wait for a better market. And right now, they're hoping that bet is about to pay off. Okay, so this is the crucial part. What does all of this, more inventory, more sellers coming back, what does it actually mean for you? Because the rules of the game are definitely changing this spring. Think of this as a whole new playbook. All right, for sellers, this is your chance to meet all that pent-up demand. But, a word of warning, more inventory means buyers have more choices, so getting too greedy with your price could really backfire. Now, for you buyers, the news is even better. You've got more homes to look at, and those sellers who are relisting their homes, they might just be extra motivated to make a deal this time around. And this right here really highlights the new leverage that buyers might have. According to Redfin's senior economist, you shouldn't be afraid to negotiate. A high list price might just be a starting point, especially for a seller who really doesn't want to have to delist their home for a second time. So all of this leaves us with one final big thought. As the spring season gets going and we see more homes and more motivated sellers at the table, the huge question is, who's really going to hold the power, the buyer or the seller? This year, the answer might not be so simple.